Lesson 4. Did you learn about the problem of garbage and recycling in junior high school? This is one of the biggest problems we have in towns and cities. Let's think about it to make our life better. How much garbage do we dispose of in Japan? Look at Graph A. From 1999 to 2002, each of us disposed of more than 1.1 kilograms of garbage every day, but the amount of garbage was reduced after 2000. The rate of recycling in Japan went up and improved by 3% during these 3 years. This shows that we were more careful about garbage and more interested in recycling during these years. What can we do to reduce the amount of garbage in our everyday life? There are 2 ways to reduce our garbage. One way is to save our resources. For example, we can write on both sides of our paper. We can use our own bags when we go shopping at the market. We can take our leftover food home from a restaurant. The other way is to start recycling garbage. Separating garbage is the first thing to do for recycling. We should separate garbage like cans, bottles, and paper. If we don't do this carefully, we will need more energy and money in towns and cities. What else should we do to reduce garbage and to start recycling? We usually have garbage boxes for recycling at schools and at train stations. Do you separate your garbage carefully when you throw it into garbage boxes? The most difficult thing is how to change our way of thinking about garbage and recycling.
Lesson 5. Benjamin Franklin was one of the most famous men in America. He did an important job for the independence of America. He also made many things. He always thought of ways to make people's lives better. Everyone called him Ben. He was loved all over the city of Philadelphia. Here are 3 things that Ben did for the people. There were no firefighters in the city of Philadelphia at that time. Sometimes many houses burned down. Ben said, "We should do something. It is important for the people to work together." He wrote about it in the newspaper. Soon a lot of people became firefighters. Thanks to the firefighters, the city did not lose so many houses. Letters were not sent very often at that time. There were some reasons. There were not enough mail carriers. They traveled for a long time from one place to another. Ben asked more men to be mail carriers. Then he showed them the best roads for traveling. People could get letters much faster. More and more people began to use the mail. Letters and newspapers were sent more often. Most of the houses in the city were very cold in winter at that time. There was a fireplace in each house, but the fireplace could not keep the house warm. The only warm place in the house was just in front of the fireplace. Because most of the hot air from the fireplace went up the chimney, the smoke from the fireplace often came into the whole room. It was dangerous too, because sometimes sparks burned the clothes. Ben made a better fireplace. All the smoke from the new fireplace went up the chimney. All the hot air went into the room, and it had a door to keep sparks in it. A lot of people called it the Franklin stove. Soon people all over America were using Franklin stoves.
Lesson 6. On the earth, there are many different countries, cultures, and people. But people all over the world have the same hopes. We all want to be happy. We all need love and peace. We should do our best to understand each other. One way to understand people better is to travel. When you travel, always try to learn new things and keep your heart open. Do new things and meet new people. When you are traveling in other countries, try to have dinner with people there. By eating and talking with people of other countries, you can learn many things about their manners and cultures. In some countries, for example, people usually don't hold a rice bowl or anything like that in their hands when they are eating. To hold a rice bowl is not good manners in these countries. But in Japan, it is good manners. At first, your new friends may be surprised at some of your manners. But don't worry about it. That's natural because they don't know your manners. The same thing may happen when you have guests from other countries. This is a good chance to introduce your manners and culture. Try to exchange ideas with the people you meet. Exchanging ideas can help you to understand each other. You can get new information and learn different ways of thinking by doing that. It is very important to try to talk with other people. If you are such a person, you will learn that there are many different ideas in the world. You'll also learn that people have their own ways of doing things.